Okay, so let's unpack a pretty massive shift in the Canadian landscape today. It's February 2026, and usually when we talk about Canadian immigration recruitment, we're talking about tech whizzes or maybe healthcare workers, but there is a really fascinating and kind of unexpected new player on the board, and that's the military.
Yeah, that's right. And to navigate this shift, we are looking at a strategic briefing provided by Black Bear Canadian Immigration Consulting. So if you're a foreign military professional or defense advisor listening to this, you can kind of consider this your intel package.
Absolutely. And just looking at the notes from Black Bear, the first thing we really need to clear up is that this isn't just some general open door policy, is it?
Oh, far from it. It's a highly specialized, really rigorous pathway. It's designed for a very specific kind of talent.
Right, so let's get into the headline here. Immigration Minister Lena Metledge-Diab officially announced the skilled military recruits category for express entry, which sounds intense. I mean, who exactly are they looking for?
It is quite specific. Under the 2021 National Occupation Classification, or NOC, they are targeting three main roles. You have operations members of the Canadian Armed Forces, that's code 43204.
Okay.
Then specialized members, code 42102, and commissioned officers, which is code 40042.
So the big question then, can just anyone with military experience apply? Like if I served a few years abroad, am I in?
Here's where we need that Black Bear reality check. The short answer is no. This is entirely conditional on formal recruitment. To even qualify, you actually need to be currently serving in a recognized foreign military. But the real kicker is the tenure requirement.
It's a massive requirement, right?
It really is. You need a minimum of 10 years of continuous service.
Wow, 10 years continuous?
Exactly. Plus, you need a full-time job offer from the Canadian Armed Forces for at least 3 years and a post-secondary credential of at least 2 years. So it's a very high bar to clear.
That really filters out the casuals. Now, while this militia news is huge, the rules have actually tightened up for everyone in 2026, haven't they? It is not just soldiers feeling the squeeze.
That is a crucial point. Effective immediately in 2026, the standard for minimum skilled work experience across all express entry categories has jumped. It used to be 6 months, but it is now a full year.
Right, but there is some flexibility built in there. It doesn't have to be a grind of 12 straight months, does it?
Correct. That 1 year of experience must be gained within the last 3 years, but it does not have to be continuous. As long as the work falls under tier 0, 1, 2, or 3, it counts.
So what does all this mean for the overall system then?
It clearly signals a push for higher eligibility thresholds and improved program integrity. Canada is looking for people who have truly established themselves in their respective fields.
Which brings us back to you, the listener. Specifically, if you fit the client profile for Black Bear Canadian Immigration Consulting. If you meet these tough new criteria, why do you need professional help? Can't you just fill out the forms yourself?
Well, misclassification is a major risk here, and it leads directly to refusal. You have to remember that even with this new military category, candidates still need to meet the core requirements for one of the main federal programs. Yeah, so that means qualifying for the Canadian Experience Class, the Federal Skilled Worker Program, or the Federal Skilled Trades Program.
So you can't just rely on the military offer alone.
Exactly, and this is where Black Bear steps in. They assist with NOC alignment, tier verification, and perhaps most importantly, the critical coordination between your immigration eligibility and the Canadian Armed Forces recruitment process. It is a complex, dual-track challenge.
And it is worth noting that the other core priorities like French proficiency, healthcare, and trades are still active, but this military stream adds a whole new national defense dimension to the mix.
It really does. It diversifies the talent pool in a way we haven't seen before. It represents a fascinating intersection of national security and global talent mobility. It is about strategic alignment, not just filling seats.
Well said. On behalf of Black Bear Canadian Immigration Consulting, we hope this briefing clarified the new terrain for you. For senior military professionals, structured guidance is absolutely essential. But before we wrap up this deep dive, it makes you wonder how other nations will respond to Canada actively recruiting top-tier foreign military talent to bolster its own ranks. Will we see a global arms race for human capital? Something to think about. Thanks for listening.